What's up? How are you? I am really excited. I hope you are. A squirrel just ran past. I really don't know the actual meanings of squirrels in the spiritual sense, but what I do know is that they remind me a lot of different animals and rodents. I also think squirrels look like cats, but then they also look like rats, and they do give me a little bit of raccoon vibes. So, a lot of my neighborhood animal friends very much so look the same to me, and I love it because, I don't know, I kind of think, not to like just put everyone together, but sometimes I think that animals and insects and rodents and everything like that, that's an animal, I'm pretty sure. I have no clue. I'm very tired. This is how tired I am. I got a huge coffee. I never get huge coffees, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like crystals. All right, so this is very cash, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to read because I myself am going through stuff, and I think it's good to just get clarity, and if it helps you and resonates with you, by all means, please listen, because sometimes it does resonate, and I'm like, whoa, it resonated? That's so cool. And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so we have 4 of Swords, Truce. Oh, and the decks that I am using, this is the Thoth deck, actually. This is what the cover looks like for the box that it comes in. This is one of the drawings or illustrations. And then I'm also using this really cool deck. All right, very much so. I'm gonna butcher it, but I shall try my best. Sibia Dea Singara. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, all right, well, it was English on the back. I'm glad I gave my shot at that, though. You know what I mean? There's something to just allowing yourself to give it a shot without putting any judgment on it. It is so hard, though. I feel like when I put judgment on things that I'm like, I really want to try it out, those judgments are usually like fear holding me back. And it's also really like, I don't know if anyone else relates, but it's really hard for me to not hate my fear. You know what I mean? To not think my fear is like not limiting me. But hear me out when I tell you this, okay? And I also point, I hope that's okay. If it's not, let me know, and I don't have to, I will try to restrict myself, but I'm a hand mover when I explain things. But when it comes to fear, it's actually like a mind trick thing. So it's like your inner child, or I always think it's like my inner child trying to protect me. And it's like this fear is trying to protect you by kind of being like a mother in a way, or that feminine nurturing energy, really wanting to make sure that you'll be okay. So what I do, right, is I have to remember that my fear is only in my mind. So this is all within our mind, nothing within the physical, okay? So you have to think about your thoughts, and you have to realize, like, what is this fear trying to tell me? And when it comes to that fear trying to tell you, within that, you will be able to work on and get to know and master, how would I put it? Master truce in terms of your fear, in terms of giving your fear enough time to be heard, seen, felt, being like honored, part of it, and also giving yourself time to assure it. That's the word. Assure your fear that there's no assure your fear that you got it, right? That you're capable. And how you do this also, okay, is getting to know your intuition. When you know your intuition, you're going to be able to understand those small nudges that the universe presents in front of you, where it's like nudging you along on kind of the path that resonates most with you. I like to think that we all have the choice to choose yes or no, but whether or not you choose yes or no, you are kind of like steering off one path onto this path, right? So you are always saying no to one thing. So when you say yes or no, when you take that time intuitively, and when it comes to that intuition and the timing of it, it's more so based on the flow. And if you are kind of like easing with the flow like a river, right? If you ease with the river, it goes and goes and goes. But if the river is choppy, if it's fast, if it's too fast, you're gonna have to work very hard to get safely through the river. So remembering to take deep breaths and grounding is a way super cool to connect with your intuition a lot more, because when you ground and you take deep breaths and you could do meditation, put on subliminal music. I just love YouTube in general because there's so many cool like videos that are like just subconscious. And so the more you ground, the more your mind becomes less cluttered with the unnecessary or the thoughts that are holding you back, and you're able to get more in tune with your intuition. And from there, you're able to kind of see the choices that resonate most with you. And when you're able to see those, then you're like, okay, let's go. And then you're less resistant, because that fear is like assured that you got this in the present moment. And then in the present moment, you're going to find the present meaning of life. Your present, though. Not mine, yours. Because your experience in life is literally the present of life. Like the gift of life, you know what I mean? Anyway, so we have indolence, the 8 of Cups, and then we have the universe. Okay. So when it comes to the things that you are actually kind of like emphasizing on, the things that you are filling up, it does seem to be not as satisfying or as fulfilling as you want. So really look into, and you're gonna have to do the homework, friends. That's where the real awesomeness comes from, is you doing the homework, you getting the results, and you knowing it was all you. It was literally all you. I just kind of like gave you some helping hands, but you did the work. The homework is the work. You do at home work, you know what I mean? Separate it. Home and work. Home and work. Let's make a song. Let's make a song. Anyway, so you really want to put truce into it, right? You want to put that kind of like, truce is waving the white flag. Truce is saying, all right, I'll be the bigger person and say this battle, or say whatever this is not worth it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I want to enjoy my life. But what I'm doing right now is not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling. So really looking at it, oppression, the 10 of Wands, oppression, something within, let's see though, something within your mindset is like, how would I say this? It's like, how would I put this? Your ego. I would ask yourself in terms of it, or if you like to journal, however you like to figure it out, right? Ask yourself, where are you with your ego? Like, are you and your ego aligned, balanced out? Because sometimes when our ego kind of like gets control of our mind, we do things that we think are like of gain, but really it's like the 8 of Cups. Like, it's really like kind of like sucking us without us realizing it. And so it's like the 9 of Discs, just gain. Like, it's just really, it's really interesting when you get to know your ego. The Princess of Discs, okay? So it's like your ego might also be kind of guiding you, because it's also maybe protecting your treasures. I don't know. The things about you that are like really cool, that you might be really shy to share to the world. The vulnerable things. I get it. Me too. But we got this, baby. Life is about just living it as you, and nothing but that truth.